No, that is not salaries. Cash credit is about, I think, fuel is around 600.
I don't even kind of everybody can hear around, but they're not sure what they're making.
No, because what
and you're paying out.
What's our electricity?
No, I got my own electricity. And that is a 65% cost for where I came from.
No, it doesn't matter.
No. I just want you to.
Mr. Nominee. You know, I don't fall in sympathy with people who make an appearance that they came to sacrifice when they take government job.
I do.
So, no, I don't fall into sympathy. If you are making 200 million every month, when you decide that you take government job, you conform to what they. Yeah. So that is what I'm asking. If what you're making now, or you'll be making an LEC managing director, far below what you are making before, you chose some. Right? You chose that. That's what I'm asking. So please answer the question.
The gross is 13. When you take the taxes, it's around 9.
Okay. No. Mr. Chairman, I will yield for that the inconsistency, if there is any. Your response will convince me. What did you actually dissent from your original position in the House, the Speaker versus the House case? What actually did you dissent? Question.
All right. If the chair will allow me to answer that, I will. I said, beside law, ordinary English, when you declare something, you put period. You don't put exclamation mark. The law says that one can only revert to the Supreme Court when the Supreme Court gives opinion. If the Supreme Court gives mandate, and that mandate was not enforced or it being enforced irregularly, that's the only way you can come to the Supreme Court. The issue that was before was in Reed. In Reed is a declaratory judgment. We declared a right for two sides. One side decided to come back to us on bail of information. That was an improper way of coming back to us. Assuming that that right we declared was violated, that party has the opportunity to go to the court below. Court below will take evidence who violated it, when it was violated, how it was violated. Then the appeal will come to us.
Mr. Nominee.
Yeah.
The matter in question, did it go before the lower court?
No.
Then how was the party expected to go before the lower court?
The right has been declared. If you read my dissent, I'll give you an example. In 2020, there was a Lebanese fellow from Liberia who went to the ECOWAS and took $12 million. He came here to do business with. He may use the money. The issue came to us through declaratory judgment. We declared the right. We gave order that the money should be paid back. We were brought back to attention by the law that declaratory judgment does not give order. Therefore, you cannot. We conceded and we send the party back to go and file the appropriate action. As we speak, the matter is before the Commercial Court. ECOWAS court just testified. So, we are correcting ourselves that declaratory judgment has no enforcement power. How then can we now, in less than 3 years, come back and get declaratory judgment as enforcement power? That was what I'm talking about. So, it's not the merit of whoever that coming to us, the merit of it. The question is, you cannot come to this court on bail of information when we did not give mandate to the court below. And there was no mandate. There was no contradiction. And I'm saying that if they build a house and somebody left the door and coming through the window, that's what we're talking about.
So what did you declare ultra-virus when you agree with the majority opinion on December 6th?
I'm sorry, saying that you don't understand me. We said, Kofa and his group, you are a minority group, you are the senator, and you are the speaker, you are recognized, but you cannot proceed without the quorum. This one and the group, we know you are a majority, but you cannot do anything without a speaker. Both rights were declared. Assuming that Kofa believed that that right was declared was being violated, you will not to come back on violation on bail information, because the law says you cannot come back on bail information because we did not send any money below.
In fact, you did not declare anything on December 6th. You only explained.
I think we are trying to let the president know that our diplomatic policy aligned with theirs, where we think about Liberia first, and to make sure that we acquaint them with what we have and the way we're going to do business. And I think it was a very positive move because it's important for them to know how we are thinking, that we are not talking about aid, we're talking about trade and investment.
Mr. President, my name is Daniel Theophilus Kool, and I report for Kool FM. We saw you in the United States when you visited President Trump. You talked about the U.S. coming over to do a survey on the natural resources. Taking you back to your State of the Nation address, you told the Liberian people that the Chinese conducted a comprehensive survey, Mr. President.
I didn't say comprehensive. The survey was done on 2 counties. We have 15 counties. While we ask the Chinese to continue, we also ask the Americans. We want to know what we have to plan for it. And so we are open. We don't have the technology. We don't know how long the Chinese will take. But our interest is to make sure that we know what we have.
Mr. President, my name is Regan Esteban, and I report for the Liberian News Agency. So, upon your visit to the U.S., you have been broadcast all over the world on BBC, on Al Jazeera, and other media outlets. So, what does it mean for our country, Liberia, and what exactly is going to bring to the table for Liberians?
My role is to sell Liberia in a positive way. How that happens depends with the rest of the world. But we want Liberia to be great, and that's what we're doing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you.
That you are the speaker, but you cannot proceed because you don't have a quorum and you didn't give up any rule, and there is no law as to how we can get quorum to country. We declare that.
So in your view, 4 members of the bench flipped.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
That's a decision I sent back up to today.
Okay. Let's proceed, sir. When you came for your confirmation, I was concerned about this thing about injunction and prohibition. It was my view then, still is, that the court may be a contributing factor to some of the disputes in the country because the way it handles injunction and sometimes prohibition. For instance, it takes the Supreme Court almost forever to hand down rulings in some matter that is before it for prohibition. The government's agenda is to fight corruption. And if, for instance, one matter goes before the Supreme Court on prohibition in the fight against corruption, the Supreme Court takes about 9 months to hear such a writ, which they could hear and then allow the lower court to proceed. A case in reference, the arrest, the assets recovery, and case and gracious right. It took the Supreme Court 9 months to hand down ruling on a rate of prohibition, whether the lower court can proceed or not to proceed, or whether the asset recovery institution can proceed or not. Don't you think that this delay, in my view, is in breach of the spirit of the Constitution that talks about fair, impartial, and speedy trial? Question.
Well, in the first place, I don't think so. I don't believe so. One has to understand how the Supreme Court works. When the matter is on trial in the court below, and the party chooses to go to the justice in chamber on prohibition, certiorari, or any other remedial rate, The law says the justice in Chima has a right to call a conference and determine whether there is a reason to issue the rate. By the time the justice issue a conference and determine that there is magnitude to issue the rate is issued, the party has to be served and given time to file their return. And when the return is filed, the party given time to come to what they call argument. When argument is made, the justice has to rule. And when the justice rules, the party has the right to appeal before the full bench. Before you go through that person, maybe one or two more would have passed already. And when the case enters the full bench, the bench is not under duty to hear it that time because case entering the full bench is targeted for the following term. So the bench will not come back to that case to hear it. Obviously, no matter how urgent it is, the court is under duty to target it for the following term. By the time the following term, what we do is we take all the motions that are on the calendar, we say we deal with first, we deal with all bill and information first, then we go to ruling coming from the chamber. So that is the process. That process is laid down by the rule. Except you, the representative and senator, decide to change it. That's the rule. That rule works with. So it doesn't contribute.
You made a rule. The judiciary, through your judicial canon, made a rule. So do you think, in the spirit of reform, do you think the legislature should take up a reform issue like setting timelines for how long motion issues can stay before a judge?
Thank you, Senator.
Yeah.
If I'm convinced that one thing I intend to do, our law has so many irrelevant portions, so many active ruling or statutes that have no relevance to us. So we need to have a committee between you and ourselves, so we are the end user of the law, to say these particular things are wasting our full time. We need to remove them. But we cannot do it ourselves, but we are not lawmakers.
The issue about land dispute,
Yeah.
which is a serious problem. I'm also convinced that the court is a contributing factor. And how do I mean? The probate court will probate a parcel of land on Balanville Road, a particular spot. Somebody else will carry deed for that very particular spot, and the probate court will probate it too. Then another person will come bring land deed with a meets and bounds from that very particular place, and that very probate court will probate it. What do you think we can do to mitigate this? Because if the court is a place to resolve crisis or disputes, and the court is a contributing factor, what do we do?
Well, firstly, Senator, when these are taken to the probate court for provision, that judge is not a technician. He's not a surveyor. He may not even know where the deed is coming from. All that is required is he should placard that deed within 3 days time to see if anybody has objection. If that is applied to, is applied by, and that nobody raised objection, you just go ahead and probate it. He may not know the location of the land. So if somebody brings subsequently, how do you expect the judge to know? This is part of our fundamental problem as a country. For instance, in other countries, when you buy a piece of land in Montreal County, the person who got that land will bring the original deed. And that original deed, the court will, whoever is buying the land from, the land administrator or whatever in that district, will cut that portion off and cross it out and issue new deed to him as a remaining land. But that policy has never existed in Nigeria. So it makes our land issue complex. Everywhere in the whole country is complex that way. So the judge who is sitting in that court does not have that technical know-how to know the particular land, the particular one land, the particular location or neighbor kind of bunker or whatever is the one that he brought in for. All you know, you comply with the rule of the law that says, put it on the board, let somebody see who has objection, let him raise it. If you raise that objection, then you will pack out here, then the judge will go into the final.
Mr. Domini, don't you think the court also has a duty of care? For instance, if we're looking at the future of reform to reduce and mitigate some of these things, there are actions the court can take. If you digitalize that area and have a database, and somebody brought one land and it is in that database, mixed and bound, the next day another person brings a deed and they put it in that system, it will pop up. Oh yeah, that reform, that's the way to make progress. But when you say the judge can do anything, the court can do anything, it means, sorry, 1 minute. Yeah.
I think we are trying to let the president know that our diplomatic policy aligns with theirs, where we think about Liberia first, and to make sure that we acquaint them with what we have and the way we're going to do business. And I think it was a very positive move because it's important for them to know how we're thinking, that we're not talking about aid, we're talking about trade and investment.
Mr. President, my name is Daniel Theophilus Kool, and I report for Kool FM. We saw you in the United States when you visited President Trump. You talked about the U.S. coming over to do a survey on the natural resources. Taking you back to your State of the Nation address, you told the Liberian people that the Chinese conducted a comprehensive survey, Mr. President.
I didn't say comprehensive. The survey was done on 2 counties. We have 15 counties. While we ask the Chinese to continue, we also ask the Americans. We want to know what we have to plan for it. And so we are open. We don't have the technology. We don't know how long the Chinese will take. But our interest is to make sure that we know what we have.
Mr. President, my name is Regan Esteban, and I report for the Liberian News Agency. So, upon your visit to the U.S., you have been broadcast all over the world on BBC and Al Jazeera and other media outlets. So, what does it mean for our country, Liberia, and what exactly is going to bring to the table for Liberians?
My role is to serve Liberia in a positive way. How that happened depends with the rest of the world. But we want Liberia to be great, and that's what we're doing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you.
I think we are trying to let the president know that our diplomatic policy aligns with theirs, where we think about Liberia first, and to make sure that we acquaint them with what we have and the way we're going to do business. And I think it was a very positive move because it's important for them to know how we're thinking, that we're not talking about aid, we're talking about trade and investment.
Mr. President, my name is Daniel Theophilus Kool, and I report for Kool FM. We saw you in the United States when you visited.
Again, good afternoon, good evening to all of you watching us from across the world. We'd like to welcome you again as usual to this Tuesday morning presentation of the morning ride, the 15th day in the month of July. And yes, thanks at 2025. Folks, it's always good to be here, bringing you all of the information, trending events in Liberia. This is your breakfast info for pioneer program, the authoritative voice of truth, told across Liberia. But this is the morning ride, and it's on Kool 91.9, Kool Radio Hotline, our Kool YouTube channel 2, as well as Kool. All of these hotlines bring you all of the trending events, the major information at your doorsteps, in your offices, your dining room table, your dinner, your supper table, whatever you are sitting on your porches or whatever, in bungalow, in your vehicle, your business center, in the hospital bed, driving a commercial vehicle, your private vehicle, in your offices, wherever you see, you will always get out once you follow all of these hotlines. But it's good to be on this Tuesday morning presentation of your favorite morning show in Liberia. I'm Wiki Brooks, and Sakano is the man behind the camera and controlling all of the sounds of the video. The team is here this morning. Together we're going to be here up until 10 o'clock this morning. So at 9 o'clock we'll be able to the folks there from the regulatory body as it relates to our energy sector. They're going to be here and we're going to talk about some of those things, making sure that Liberians or business people are in compliance, but the folks will certainly be here together. We will talk about some of those issues that matter most to Liberia. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful discussion. But in the meantime, between time, I'd like to say to all of you, it's good to have you being here this wonderful, wonderful morning on this edition of the morning, right? So like I said, so at 9 o'clock this morning we have the folks, from the Liberia Legislative Regulatory Commission is going to be here. The Director General will be here. The Director of Legal License and Public Affairs, Liberia Legislative Regulatory Commission, and we'll have Alex Bolisium, Licensing and Customer Relations Assistant, Liberia Legislative Regulatory Commission. They're going to talk on some of those things this morning, but it's going to be at 9 o'clock. But in the meantime, Beijing time. Liberia is a country that we all collectively fighting to make it a better world, And we like to say again, to the family and our Nigerian brothers and sisters who reside in Liberia, outside Liberia, Nigeria being long-standing partner with us, and over the period of time, during our crisis, we have to acknowledge some of these things. During our crisis, is one of the countries who have more men and women in arms in Liberia. They were among the first group of people who set the boots on this soil, and a lot of them died as well. Some of the bodies were returned to the family in Nigeria for fitting burial. Some could not due to the hard zone. Well, we are with you in prayers and our thoughts, but it's good to have you this morning on the passing of your former president, the late Buhari, who will be laid to rest today. Following the president's visit, official invitation from the United States president on trade and security with 4 other African heads of states, Liberians have been wondering and asking some of the very hard questions, of which we intend to look at critically this morning. Where, initially, Liberians were all concerned. The social media took over the issue that the president was being highly commended for speaking, good English among his colleagues by the president of the United States, President Donald J. Trump. And it went viral. Everybody had a say on the social media and commenting, from political actors to ordinary Liberians, making their own comments and all of these things. The good English cannot be Liberia, and this cannot do this. But we were not concerned. And we said this on the platform yesterday. Look at some of the issues that we go after and want to make it a national debate, and forgetting some of the key issues. Let me say again, told the Liberia National Police and to the BN family, a very good friend of ours, who sadly passed away on yesterday, lately, or early this morning. Inspector Jim KBN, a very good friend. We had our own ups and downs, but we always make amends. So we say our deepest condolences to the family, and hope they take heart and take solace in the law he has given, he has taken, and this is not the first and will not be the last. But it's so sad that we have to receive such a news at this time, thinking that, but we are with the family prayers and with our thoughts. So, Liberians left the key issue, trade and security. We were not discussing that. We were not looking at the picture. How do we analyze? What were the discussions behind the scene? We got carried away by the issue of good English. And we said yesterday, if the president had gone over and started to speak Gisi and no translator, we have said that the president disgraced the country. But he spoke his official language that Liberia is known of. And we're being praised by it. We took it and as the bigger picture, and we're never concerned about what Liberia stands to benefit. What is in the package? What was the message? Because this is a country very rich, with a lot of resources. You see, like in the words of the president of the PUL, Honorable Julius Kanama, he said, let the natural resources be a blessing, not a curse. The resources are here, being extracted on a daily basis, but yet the people are still poor, as though they have committed something and that they're going through the kind of a punishment. We were not concerned about that. We were concerned about good English. Oh, they pray that good English will eat, that good English will build Liberia. You think when the government of Liberia writing the United States government, they will write in Gisi or Loma Tele. They will write in English. So we need to understand core value and real issue that we need to go to. They are key politics. They way back. When these anthropologists they were around, you're still thinking like that. The Paleolithic era. We're refusing to develop our minds in this country. We just to focus on the key issue and keep government feet to the fire. But we are prepared to have all of the energy and strength to defend people who are alleged to be involved in corruptions. That's where we put our energy. That's where we put our focus. We are there to defend them in the name of party. But when they're stealing this money reportedly, they don't steal on behalf of the party. They don't steal on behalf of you. They steal to develop themselves, buy property, live the best of lives. But you are prepared to go and defend them. But you run on the social media because you're so lazy and weak and be talking about, oh, good English, bad English. Are you concerned about the resources in this country? You know how long Liberians have suffered for the resources that in this country? Rich people, rich country, poor people. How do you reconcile that? How can we have all of the resources, but yet we are poor? Liberians, in the numbers, lay below the poverty lines. There are folks in this country that did not have the chance yesterday to put food on the table for their families. But the resources being extracted, they wash it, leave the shores of Liberia, and develop other countries and build and strengthen other countries' economy, while our economy still hanging around 500 million, 600 million, 700 million. When it reaches 800 million, we call major press conference, we celebrate, and later we come back and say budget shortfall. The locals are there watching the resources of the country being extracted, and people who are responsible to monitor and make sure that all of the agreement in those contracts or concessions are adhered to. The monitoring team, the management team, to make sure that these people, our lawmakers and other folks who have fixed the things to rectify, for these people to operate. When you go back, after saying you will build bridges, clinics, schools, roads, you go back, those places are still the same. But the resources have been extracted. And we asked, our resources, is it a blessing or a curse? Because other countries, with the resources, yeah, you turn, you see something. Even if it is not 100%, because there is no perfect government. But they will hang around 70, 80, 90%. That you will feel the impact. We signed concessions in this country years back that worth billions of dollars. But you still will not see the trickle-down positive impact in the lives of the people. You go and still see the community still the same. When these people pack up overnight and leave, they leave death traps. They will tell you they will build concrete bridges, but at the end of the day, they cut our logs and put it there and refer to it as they have developed or build a bridge. Because those who are responsible with the oversight are more concerned of the enlargement of the pocket than what the people deserve, what they should benefit. So you hear some company name like the world largest this, the world giant for this, but you don't see a single example or element of what they're talking about. To say, yeah, this is a sample. This is something we see the writing on the wall that tomorrow will be great. It's going to be well, it's going to be better. So President Varga went to the United States with other leaders. And he made America to understand that, look, we have a lot of natural resources. We are blessed with all of these things, but we want you to come and take a survey. And there's this argument about the President's State of the Nation address that Tom did a survey, and the President had to clear the air on that matter when he was asked, upon his arrival in the country. He was talking, people were saying, oh yeah, but you told China to create, and the President said the survey was done, not in totality for the country, probably 2 countries or a little more. But here is the point here. We have all of these resources. We need to know the worth. We might not be so exact, but what we have, how can it be impactful in the lives of the people? How can we create jobs? How can we develop our society, develop our country, from infrastructure to security to health, education, all of these things? Because these things are being extracted from our country and taken to other countries. It creates jobs in those people's country. These people are manufacturing our iron ores, our gold, our diamond, our logs, our timber. In order for our people come into our territorial water, at times, they're fishing overnight. Some of our finer species are taken away. So the President said, when he was being asked upon his arrival at the Robertson's National Airport, you stated that China did the survey, but we saw you asking the United States to come and do a survey of the mineral, the vast mineral we have in Liberia. And the President said the survey only took place in 2 counties and not across the whole country. That was the President's statement, that the survey took place in 2 counties and not the whole country. So he's calling America now to come and do a survey and tell us, yeah, we need to know the location of where we think we got huge deposit of gold, huge deposit of diamond, bauxite, uranium, all of these things. We need to know these things. There are countries in West Africa, Mali, Niger, other places that are benefiting from these things. So when we have people who will come with the experts, the expertise, and bring professional people, the technocrat mix with our own we got here, because we got a lot of great guys in this country here. Don't joke. Professional people who, with the necessary logistics, or more equipment, they do electronic gadgets and also they can give you a specific location. You say, look, from this country to this country, from the local things, we can see this side with huge deposit of gold, huge deposit of diamond, huge deposit of iron ore. We start to look at it to create jobs. And not, Liberians should be concerned not just to come conduct a survey, but the survey must have truth telling. The survey must come with earnesty. Those are some of the things that people should be concerned about. Because for far too long, Liberians have not benefited to the level that one outside of Liberia would think, reading on Liberia, as compared to people who do not have it, but they are the ones who are living the better life. They extract the gold, take it to the west, the east, the north, other parts of the world. They set up industry, manufacture things, putting them in the cell phone, electronic gadgets and other things, vehicles, all of these things. When you see opposition, when you see critic of the government, to have the focus, to pay attention, to look at these things, and even at times to recommendation, we lead it, we go to things that would not benefit the entire country. When will we change? So the president has made it clear now that the survey China conducted was done in 2 counties. So at the summit, the African summit with President Donald Trump, he has invited the Americans to conduct a geological survey of Liberia minerals to ascertain the country's full potential of its mineral wealth. Good. We need to know our mineral wealth. Even if we will not be exact, but from the survey, when those experts mixed with Liberians conduct a comprehensive and honest survey, it tells you what we're sitting on, what beneath the earth for us, and how we can use it to the benefits of the people, and not just for individuals. That's how we should be more concerned. And those are the areas that we must be looking at. And in doing that, it will create jobs. Even with the survey, it will create jobs for people for a couple, months. What are going to last for 6 months, last for 1 year after conducting and do a comprehensive report, deliver it to the Liberian government. And once the government receives it, and we see potential investors, we put up, we know your capacity, what you can do. Now one man, because he has some color and come with one black grape, a few head of people walking behind him that we can trust. We will have to do a thorough research on your business that we have done over the years in other countries. Let's see what you did there. What are you here when you extracted resources, when you felt you had enough attention on you. Some of the things that you promised to have done, you did not. So you put up overnight and left those places like that. We need to see infrastructure. We need to see the impact in the lives of the people. Those should be some of our concerns. When you leave it, you run to good English, nice English. And the man going to be speaking this junket English, such a American agree and say, there, President now. What kind of country, the people in the country, they don't even like the leader. The people in the country never satisfied with everything that comes away. They want 1 minute, the next minute they don't want it. When you hear people go to Ghana, you see how Ghana looks. Go to Nigeria, see how Nigeria looks. Let Pepe serve you. Let Guinea here. You make these kind of examples shamelessly, but you don't keep your leaders' feet to the fire to do the best for the country. Our resources in this country look like a curse on us. People laugh at us to the extent today the new sort of leadership we have in this country is struggling to rebrand this nation. They're struggling. Look at the level of reported corruption allegations at various government entities and individuals serving in government. You see? South Africa right now, the police minister is currently going on a serious investigation and TV itself for being involved into a lot of scandal, protecting criminals, organized crimes. And the folks are now calling on Cyril Ramaphosa, the president, not for suspension, but he should be fired and placed behind bars while investigation go on, because there are a lot of folks almost like a syndicate. These are actions that we expect our leaders to take. You know how many persons the president has suspended for corruption allegation, investigation ongoing. Though they are called for, but the president will have these people as mates, but these are allegations. These people must be fully investigated. Because we need restitution. We need people's properties to be seized that they got illegally. They bought, they built with taxpayer money. So the president now has asked for the United States to come and conduct a survey for all of our minerals, so we can get to know the full potential of our mineral worth. Whether it's 10 billion, 20 billion, 50 billion, 250 billion, whatever it is, when they're telling us, and we say, no, okay, then we certain when these projections or casts are made, then we sit around the round table and say, but we have the reserve, or we have the minerals worth over this amount. There's a need that we put all hands on deck and start to develop this country and put stringent measures into place that look, any attempt, because you hear, for officials of government to go in bed with companies that have no history and think that they can use Liberia as a testing kits and exploit the people, that there will be no room for such, like we have seen in the past and still experiencing it. It's not just to say, oh yeah, we got it, we got it, we got it. What's the impact in the lives of the people? You go into the butchers. The roads are bad, but when you get to some of the mining sites, you see some of the earth moving equipment, you wonder how did it get to Liberia? How did it get? But the roads are bad. Footpath. The big tanks for our people. Yeah. So you ask the president why he would invite the American to conduct survey. That survey already conducted by the Chinese. So he cleared the air. So we got all of these things. We turn around, we say, oh, energy gold, big mountain, accelerometer, China year. You know, you just name the rest. Worth billions of dollars. But you go to these places, you still do not see anything. While we are inviting people to come and take a survey, we should be preparing ourselves. We should be looking for the right people with the right mind, committed, patriot, nationalistic. that will keep people feet to the fire, whoever comes here, and say, yeah, our interest in our culture. We either do 60-40 or 50-50. If you are growing rice in Liberia, we will do all of the processing right here, we'll bag it. You can export 50%, you leave 50% here to be sold on the local market. And you start to improve the lives of the farmer. Okay. We got focus. This company, we are interested in tourism. One sector that brings in huge sum of money. One sector that employs thousands. One sector that is very capital to the growth and development of almost any country. But our resources cannot continue to look like a curse on us. It should be seen as a blessing. What we have here, there's so many countries looking for that. Like Egypt there with the Nile River. But do you know how much money Egypt gets from the Nile River? For tourism to the fishery sector, billions of dollars return. And you know how many rivers you have in this country? Some people only got like maybe 1-2 millions. But go and see what they do. Go to the Caribbean, Trinidad and Tobago, Barbados, Haiti, and you just name some of these countries. Some of them just lay island. But tourists are flying day and night to go to this country. The people are employed. They live. You see their annual salary at the end of the year just from tourism. Well, one man in the tourism sector, part-time probably is taking people to site. People who having a resort, hotel, people going to beaches on vacation with their family. Some go there because they want to have relaxation. They are writers, producing movie and doing some other things. There are too many potentials in our resources that we've been blessed with that can expand this country, build this country, without or heavily depending on outside help. We just need a little bit of chipping. But to do it, you must have the right people with the right minds. And we must be truth-telling. We should look in the faces of world superpower and tell them, look, this is it. You want what we got, but you have to do this. Be honest and be bold. It's not being disrespectful, because in Liberia, truth-telling, people will tell you are disrespectful. The word should just be the word. And we see these things, we do these things to our leaders. Everything are yes sir. Even if the man about to take a negative decision, you still say yes sir. Be on the record that you honestly advise him or advise her. And if they take a decision, well, then take it. Well, you call the president now, call a cabinet minister and said, how the ministry is doing? Everybody will stand in front of the president and say, Mr. President, the ministry we are people very happy for you being president. And you know the people not happy. You tell the president now, or the president say, look, all the superintendent for the 15 counties, let me see you people. They drive to the president in a meeting and the president say, how much superintendent? Warren Bryan will be brave to tell the president, Mr. President, your people can't wait to see you. And all of them will say the same thing. Nobody will be frank with all of what they will hear in the streets comments. They will not be frank to tell the president. Me, for me, anytime you ask me, once I know you, you ask me what people can say about you, also, I don't even sugarcoat it. I tell you, undiluted. I'm giving you what I heard. Now, I'm saying it, but the people say it, you ask me, I will tell you. Look at our resources. After the projects or the agreements are signed, ratified, all of these things, there are people responsible to monitor that, making sure that all of these things are fully implemented. But they go on holiday. Sometimes when they go there, they want to go around when they broke. When they get there, even if the locals are complaining that the water that they go to drink, that they go to wash and take their bath, being polluted by the chemical and other things that these people are using in our country. So many people struggle to build their houses. So many moving equipment that these guys would normally bring to the country. You go there, you see cracks on homes. You do rock crushing. There is nothing of protection for even those Liberians who are doing the rock crushing. The kids are around inhaling all of the polluted dust. And after some time, they start suffering from respiratory problem. You can't explain what happened to the child. Sometimes it will not just be instant. After a particular period of time, when these people pack up and leave, you notice that one state there will just grab a particular community and take over. These are all of the things that we must have in our agreement with people. Preventive measure. After you shall have left, in the next 20 years, will we experience maybe or break up of some ratchets on the children or in the community or any other person? That's how people are doing around the world. They are not running to just sign in the name of signing contracts or awarding contracts or going into construction agreement with people. They put because they put the value of the people first. Because the first thing, the people are the owner. And not few head of people. So we should be more concerned. When these people are coming for the survey, we have to have our own. And when the survey is conducted, the report given to us, we should not be in the haste. Sit, review, and look at it. Look at what the country benefits and what those who are coming will benefit. Let's look at the employment rate, job creation, what's going to be in the package. How will Liberia be able to benefit? And start to look back to the past. We had such agreement before, but it did not materialize, it did not work out. So what new ideas can we put into place? What are some of those things, those restricted mechanisms or measures we can put into place that we do not have a repeat of some of those things that kept our people stay in poverty? So you see, these are some of the things. These are some of the things that we must be careful and be looking at. We can't continue to just be talking, oh, you know, the government, look, tell the government the needful. Tell the government the right thing. Tell the government the right thing. If they do not listen, the fact that you said it, you're on record. Yeah. All of these things, we will talk these things, we will talk these things. But people will always see something about it, you know. And those resources we got in this country must be able to benefit the people. How can we have all of these things and Liberians are on loggerheads? You go to the port, you see how our resources being extracted, leaving on ships. You go to Buchanan Port, Green Bay, other places. You watch our logs, our gold, our diamond, you know, and other things. Leave Liberia. When these things go out of the country, and when they are manufactured, happens to come back, we pay hugely on it. I would love to leave Liberia. When they bring the log back, you see us running to the place to get furniture. We paying $2,000-$3,000 for a whole living room set. You run into this other place. You want the other rubber table, rubber chair. People can sit in the Palawa hall. But when these things, that things that can be produced or manufactured in Liberia, we stay importing tiles, rubber dishes, and other things. Well, we got it here. So that the president now went on to clarify that the initial survey that was done by the Chinese was done in 2 counties. But the president did not call the counties name. Probably maybe people will want to know. That's reason. We know a lot of people are asking. And there are potential folks, even in Liberia, or outside of Liberia, that can also make huge investment. And one of the things that we need to do in this country, you know, the platform, we can just talk. Sometimes when we're talking, we can help to provide education for the country, to our leaders. And we have our lawmakers also to guide them, that it do not just be in a haste to rectify because they can get the 1 or 2 cent or 8 and don't care about the people. We need to revisit how we evolve or how we sign contracts or give concessions to people to operate in this country. It is time that the government of Liberia say, look, we'll take 20% share. And this 20% share, or you mandate whoever coming in to invest, whether in the mineral sector, the agricultural sector, real estate, or transportation, you just need the education, health. Let Liberians be able to buy shares. There are Liberians in this country who are capable of buying 5-10% share in companies. Even if they join incorporated, 2-3 can say, yeah, we will join and find a need for our group. With that 5% share, the 5% share, we will have the means to at least employ Liberians too and have a say in some of the decisions that will be taken. But we just say they give exclusive right, they will cry. If we can get rethink and visit these things, and in some of these concessions, Mr. President, whatsoever, it should be a must that at least 5, 10, or 15% of that region or that area where the mineral have been extracted from must be left there for development. But we let that for development purposes, whether they're building school, they're building hospital, clinic, roads, you must, all the money should not come to central government The taxes at the end of the day, well, all the bureaucracy, you can't get the money. The other person running the account, you send it to the other office, they send it to the other minister, they send it to the other people, you run it up and down. You see. We'll take all the fun ideas from all the music and then give back back. That's how other countries are developing. They think about the people. They're concerned. You go to some places, you hear one mining company name or one logging company, go there. You don't see nothing in the people. Absolutely nothing. When they are sick, they are on the first plane back to their countries or other countries for treatment. But Liberians who are working for them, because in the country, you don't work with people, you work for people. You to one ministry you're working, the minister will never think that you people are working together for the good of that ministry. He or she thinks that you're working for him. The representatives and senators will see these things. They are the ones who will rectify it, but yet watch the people cry, the people will protest before they come up. Then they go and sit with the people get them small money, then they call the township, the elder, they call the youth, the women, and say, oh, you're big, you're come down, we're talking to the manager, but this is your transportation, so you can go back. They will give you $10,000, $15,000 for the people. You carry $5,000 because the people in poverty, they will be clapping, dancing, happy for you, thinking that you're doing good. It is time for our resources to work for us. It is time for us to feed the empire. For too long, and we expect the government of Liberia to do the needful. We also see the invitation for a survey to be conducted as something good, but we also should be security for ourselves, watching the process. We got people here. You know, we need to understand. And this is what the president said. Why we asked the Chinese to survey, we are also asking the U.S. government to conduct the same survey because we want to know what the country has to play for it. So we are open. That's what he said. And he said the decision to invite the U.S. government is all in the positive direction. And it was in line with the invitation as it relates to trade and investment. So why are we all getting these things mixed up? Why are we not concerned? Okay, shortly we'll go for our commercial sponsored break. Mary McGraw for Life, Healing Center International. Mary McGraw hot today in Bonas Fine. Opposite the GbemaTv Teaching Factory and in Painesville, where they're currently in 4 counties. They're calling to them at the close of the year. They will certainly be in other counties or close up the entire county with the president. So they're in Zozo Bonchimalofa County, while they in Bangabong County, Ganta, Lima County, and here in Central Monrovia and out of Painesville. So the folks are there. You can go there. Some of you suffer from growth, rheumatism, low blood pressure, sexual transmitted diseases, or ulcer. You know, so all of these things, it can help you, and you can certainly. So let's go for it this morning.
One thing we ask of you, one thing that we. The people that used to sell the Marimaga hot tea medicine all over in Lofa, Nimba, and all of Bon counties. The people finally now settled down in Moserado County. The Marimaga hot tea medicine here. People in Lofa, people in Bon counties have been buying the Marimaga hot tea medicine. People with terrible sicknesses, and most of them have been healed and been giving testimony about the Marimaga hot tea medicine and how cool it is. Finally, the people now settled down in Moserado County here. In Moserado County here, Morovia, Liberia, the people, when you go to Bonafan, opposite Makumba Bendu tissue factory, right beyond the block factory, you will see the people office that they Marimaga hot tea people. They're going to be sending the Marimaga hot tea to you. And if you want to buy this Marimaga hot tea medicine, that's small money. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. If you buy the medicine here, you take all of the dose, my sister, my brother, all of your sicknesses you've been suffering with gonna be cured. This medicine they call Marimaga hot tea can take away or kill all kinds of sicknesses, and some of the sicknesses that a Marimaga hot tea medicine can kill are typhoid fever. Every time you're feeling cold in your body, you're feeling sick, infection, stomach complaint. Every day you complaining with your stomach. You say my stomach hurting, my mom, my stomach hurting, my wife, my stomach hurting. Even women that cannot see their period, the medicine they call Marimaga hot tea can solve it. A sexual weakness, you can't do your homework go, you come from working or you go somewhere, you come back home, you can't do your homework go. Your woman tells you say bad limit man, sexual weakness in both men and women, they Marimaga hot tea, it can kill it. Numbness in the body, eye problem. Every time you complain with your eye, you can't see clear. The Marimaga hot tea can solve it. It can cure it. Also, every time you complain with your stomach boiling, you can't eat pepper, you can't eat this one. Also, the Marimaga hot tea can solve it. It can cure it. Rheumatism, back pain. Every time you complain with your back, my back hurting, pain in my back. Marimaga hot tea medicine can cure it. Diabetes, the sugar problem. This Marimaga hot tea can cure it. Skin disease and many more. Marimaga hot tea medicine can cure all these problems. Here are some of the testimonies of people that Marimaga hot tea medicine has cured, and today they are free and living happily.
I just want to tell God, thank you for what Marimaga. Send your king here and start treatment. What was happening to me, I tell God, thank you. It's not happening again.
And what was happening to you?
I'll get sugar, I'll get pressure in my life. I've been taking treatment for 2 good years. The sugar can't finish, the typhoid, pressure, it be giving me heart attack. But since I start taking a Marimaga, I feel about thank you. Now, when they do my pressure always normal now. The sugar, the way it used to go on, no way. I tell God thank you. I live in Red in Bonafide, opposite tissue factory. The hair off it and the play, I'm taking my treatment. I tell God thank you. My body all right now, my body strong.
Marimaga is a very good treatment, very good supplement. I've been taking it from the 17th, I would say the 17th of April. And from the 17th till now, I have seen a lot of changes in my health.
Okay.
A lot of changes. I always used to experience pain in my chest, my eyesight.
Okay.
I don't used to see that clear, and when I started to take it, and always, what used to happen to me at times, I would just keep going in the bathroom, urinating, sometimes all night. Yeah, sometimes like in the night, the 7th time, I think. But I see a change. Instead of me going 7, I just go like only 1 time. And I sleep very sound.
Jesus.
To admit, very sound.
Wow.
Yes, these are changes I have seen, and I was very. You yourself, you took notice of it. I was very big. I noticed I'm dropping.
Yes.
As I'm taking the supplement, I just keep. I'm seeing changes, and I feel freed. I feel free in my system. Yeah. These are some of the experiences I've had since I started taking it. It's a very good supplement.
Okay.
Our friend, you have been 3 weeks. One came out. There is small sickness. Where is that?
Oh!
So I keep myself, no go to tell one. I don't want telephone. I said I'm medicine.
Oh, didn't they? They come about Mary Maga baby.
Good. Medicine is very, very good. A woman said she will give her money to come buy everything. But I say we've been taking feeling. No. Therefore, saying when you sit down for long, a week back. Some of my friends tell me, but go ask people why when you taking it, your friend, they can continue taking it.
Ma, take it. The more you take it, it will be more fresh.
When I came from the bush, and then I was pregnant. All to me, I was pregnant. And when Phoebe told me, they did my test, pregnancy. That all you told me, I will give her April. Or to my surprise, when we married, they said they didn't see better. I started crying. My sister and I will go, Phoebe will go, they play. After. So Phoebe. Go Phoebe. We made a bit that you do me say developing growth. As you bring 22,000 and then 1 pound of blood. Started crying. They say, but they don't cry. I said, I will cry. Teenager, very happy to me. Oh, my call on the fan. My mother, she called on the fan. She said, baby, the people that give you all air and when we go to them. To go far parking there. I had to get to okay. But one key, I will look at medicine first. I said, I just be drinking medicine. They say, but they don't give up. I said, no problem. I'm but when I get money to buy those. Then I get money, I get small money will run back. Will come buy one auto bar. I guess small money will come buy one auto bar. One day now we went back to the hospital. They put the checking, they say, but we not see anything that grow. We only need clean it up. You need to bring your thing for to clean it. What happened? So that while the medicine take for me.
How are you?
Fine.
Please tell me what the medicine actually do for you.
Right now, let me do small, you see. Call me come out today. A call from here all the way on this Anna. Majority of the people that know me, they know what I can talk. I'm not prophet. No one is prophet for anything.
Yeah.
But I know what to Sunday you go behind me, you see it be a line. The mercy is good. I don't want your risk to him or see the mercy. Let the person be free to buy it. Okay, powerful. The way that you can do the first thing, your arbor.
Okay.
Your arbor is faster to kill your arbor. If you can see well, your arbor. I took my own yesterday.
Okay.
Why happy to me? Hey, my people that you try to buy the blessing.
All right.
It's good.
By the grace of God, that God I can praise.
Okay.
Then from there I praise Mary Manga.
Okay.
Mary Manga, how tea it can work.
Okay.
When you take it the right way, it can work.
Yes.
And I want to encourage people to come to here to the office here to take Mary Manga.
Yes.
Because the pain I have on my side here,
yes,
it helps it reduce.
Okay.
Mary Manga hot tea, I even went to a Lutheran church in Paris.
Okay.
I made them to understand that don't overlook Mary Manga hot tea. Okay. It can work. Okay. Please go there and
I tell God thank you for the Mary Manga company. I was sick, the chunk go out on my neck.
Okay.
I go all around, I was dying. All my people in my system were brown, deep brown. But after I met the Mary Manga people, when I took it in, I started drinking it, rubbing it on the knot that was on my neck. All the brown people that were in my system, everything turned clean. It draw the koa together. And the hacker a boss. Oh, I tell God, thank you. Oh, the medicine what you're seeing. So you don't overlook it. It can heal any kind of sickness. I'm so happy today. I tell God, thank you for Mary Manga people.
Thank God.
You can sickness, diabetes, TB, you want get menstruate, stomach hurting, back pain. You can when you take it in, you will be. You are tell God, thank you.
Thank you very much.
I tell God, thank you for Mary Manga. I tell God, thank you for Mary Manga.
Okay.
You see the neck? You see? No so.
Okay.
I tell God,
When I was sick,
I've been spending money from hospital to hospital for that time. She almost died. You same for my people and they keep. And when I hear the news over here, I have brought her. Well, I tell God, thank you. She well. And even my auntie, they call Yene. She was saying she was not working good. She was in the same church. And when I told her, people come here. Okay. Gave me testimony.
All right.
So they embarrassed me. And that's when we were supposed to play with. Even my mother had testimony because she was not working, she was not talking. But they did testimony. When people see what I want to do, every time people going to come here for the medicine. Okay. So they medicine, but they're doing well. My mama, yeah, she was not working. Our baby in the house. She was not coming outside, but now she got washed, she go in the bathroom, she pay for sex. She was not ever asking people.
Well, I was suffering for 7 years, going up and down, no way. When I heard about you, I go to Foya about the medicine from Senga, buying this medicine. I'm feeling healthy than the way I was before. So my people who listening to me, the medicine, the good medicine, that make me to be alive today, God the first, second this medicine.
So what kinds of sickness you are suffering from?
Our foot problem.
Foot?
Yes, my foot problem.
Okay. How long that was Hamburg? You said 7 years, right?
7 years.
Okay, thank you. You are welcome.
I'm well now.
Rush now and buy this medicine, Mary Maga Hot Tea, for small money. The Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine is sold for $350 $. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. In Motorado County here, Monrovia, Liberia, the people, when you go to Bonafan, opposite Makumba, Bindle Tissue Factory, right beyond the Block Factory, you will see the people office that they Mary Maga Hot Tea people. They're going to be sending the Mary Maga Hot Tea to you. For more information, you can call the following numbers: 0777 444 591, 0770 913361, and 0776 369805. And if you want to buy this Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine, that's small money. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. If you buy the medicine here, you take all of the dose, my sister, my brother, all of your sicknesses you've been suffering with gonna be cured. And so rush now and you will live happily.
Of the morning ride, and it's good to have you here this morning. Whatever you are, you certainly here. You can go there, you call these numbers, and you sit with them. 0776 369 805, 0776 369 805. Better say 0888 56776. 0888-85-6776, and we will talk to Mr. Brady. But it's good to have you this morning joining us. Welcome, folks. Like we were talking.
Also, you can talk to the folks there in Camp Johnson Road and Clay Street. You also get help. Mary Maga is also at the Camp Johnson Road and Clay Street, and they have opened another branch there, and you can also go there and you'll be able to get help. You can talk to patients. We are there on 0775 499 549, 0775 499 549, and you'll get help. It's important. Good morning to all of you this morning. You know, Ambassador, like you mentioned earlier on, this is important. But you know, Liberia is kind of a country so much surprising, and they hurt themselves willingly. Things that are focused, they won't pay their attention to those things. And the reason why you see Liberia have been suffering here, even Liberia or Liberians, we have been saying we got minerals, we got gold, we got diamond, but in what quantity? How? Where are they? You was able to go look for country, go Bapolo. But this survey will help Liberians to know exactly the deposit of those issues, because I just remember discovery that folks know where to go and where diamond at. But the survey can help Liberia more fully to understand exactly where it is. And more importantly, when you know the amount of what you have, that's how you go to a bargaining. But because we don't know the quantity, we don't know. So we are always being robbed during the process. We now come back and start to cry because the form of money in which we arrange the contracts and issues upon. So in the wisdom of the president,
here say, hey, America, we never did full-scale survey, but we want you to come. You being our long-standing partner, we will better be able to work with you, and you work with us. So come and see what are the dividends into what we have as resources. And we have already been able to discover more of this, but we can't already say, yeah, we get 100%, but we know we got it. But the survey will help us to understand what quantity, what deposit, where is it, and what we can do in the future. So it's very much important that such an invitation was extended up to the United States government, and that they can come and do business. And more important, Liberians should be able to understand that this president, under the watchful eyes of Donald Trump, the United States president, has said it's no longer aid. It's about trade. So it's about your wealth, about your potential, what you have. Because gone are the days where we just give you free things, and the next thing you tell us, we give us free things, we come and steal from you. No. But you should know what you have, your wealth, and what you're trading, then we can do business so that everybody can get a fair share of this issue upon. Some of the dues, some presidents coming and going are not satisfied with the way they were arranged. So they themselves bring their own idea upon and say, let's do it fairly on the table here. So it's a win-win situations, but Liberians should keep their eyes open, especially where cautions are given to their leaders, the lawmakers. It's now time that they begin to prepare themselves, that they can work for their people, because during this survey there will be a lot of discovery. Will they be able to publicize these things? Will they be able to inform the people? Will they be able to educate them, the benefits, the do's and don'ts, and what harmful effects some of those things are going to happen with them? Maybe there will be some forceful migrations, because some minerals deposited at certain areas. Folks have to migrate. You have to move on, the whole village or the town. So it's important. So we hope that Liberians can look at this in the right mind, and not just about, oh, that good English we eat and all that. No, but it should be far beyond that, and Liberia benefits is important.
So, folks, you know, these are some of the hard questions, and we should be looking at what benefits the people, whatever survey that will be conducted, and whatever comprehensive report that will be given us, telling us about the worth of our mineral we have in this country, what impact it will make. And that's why the president, so they want to conduct the survey so we can start to plan for it. So you'll be telling us, you got to look at places where potentially you have huge deposit of gold, huge deposit of diamond, and uranium, bauxite, all of these things that we don't, not just loosely, people that come one area while they're mining at a particular area, they are extracting more than what they signed for. So we have to be ready and prepared to make sure that we have people with the expertise on site. Because some of the things that our folks are taking from this country, they say, oh man, a mining company, they're doing mining, they mining gold, but they're taking other minerals right there. Yeah. You will not know.
You don't know.
So once we got the people who are trained and professional, every time before you for every deposit or before you export, we have our people that will thoroughly search and know exactly what you're carrying. What are you carrying? Because sometimes you go to our forests. The people are logging, but at times you hear report that
they're mining.
They're mining, and at times too, they're taking away the soil. They're taking away some of the smaller trees. I'm just going. Yeah. They will take it. Because yesterday we look at it, we see it as something so common. You carry gold, diamond, or you carry iron ore, you carrying it with that. What are you carrying it with that for? Yeah. So we need the folks not to just be in a haste to sign or rectify.
Yeah.
We need people who will sit on the table, because that's how other countries are developing. What do people sign on for? They got people there. They got a way built. They will make sure. And they put restriction. And
so
they put restriction.
And Ambassador, the United States president said it right, mentioning Liberia, Mauritania, and other countries, and said they got valuable, they got the forest, they got the land, and they got great people. So those are all potential issues that was unveiled out to Liberia, that doing business will be very much important. And the president was able to announce to Liberia, and let that Liberia see this as issues where it's a closed door thing. The president was very much bold doing his State of the Nation address to inform Liberian that there were minerals that were discovered that are unknown to us. The lithium, the neodymium, the silver, the nickel, the zinc, uranium, the chromium, the lead, the tin, the cobalt. He said these things are here, but we don't know. Even we know now in what quantity, where is it, what trading can we do with such a product? And these things are very much unknown to us. Any typical Liberian man now, he will tell you, say, we got gold, we got diamond, we got timber, we got rubber, but they don't know that these things exist in this country. So you see, these kind of discovery, you get the magnesium, you got copper, you got a lot more among others. So the president was even be bold to what he said. But then are there more? Can we just trust one survey? Like he mentioned, it was not even in the whole country to a totality that survey was carried out, that people know that yes, we got these things here. You see? So it's important. A scientific survey is important for Liberia. That is investigative. We have our young folks, the older ones, who are versed in these lines. But the part that common is that not that we don't have people who study relating to those issues, right? But what I want to say to Liberians, this is where it beats the imagination of a lot of the pundits of this country. Sincerity counts. Some of them have worked with institutions. They will tell you, say, yes, it's true that we got some of these things, but they have not said it because they have not been in a survey on a larger scale to tell you, say, yes, we got it. But they have worked with institutions that have discovered that we have these things. Look at the last time when we heard that the Putu mine, they kind of deposited iron ore. Everybody looking at iron ore in Nimba County, the Tokodi, into Yekipa. But to understand that there's a huge deposit at the Putu mine, it blew the minds of Liberians. That it will have this worth, even to the extent of estimating that it will have about 12 billion, approximately 12 billion. So, but we don't know. We can't even say now what the resources we know. So this invitation is good, that we invite them with our eyes open, sincerity from our leaders, our lawmakers, and those who are versed in these areas, who got knowledge. They come and get to make us understand these things. And then when we are going to bargaining, we do it with sincerity that will benefit. You mentioned earlier on about 50-50, 50-40, 60-40. Yeah. And sometimes investment deal that the locals in the areas get certain investment deal that is signed exclusively for them. That the minerals or the resources not just extracted from those areas, and then they don't know what's happening there. They need to benefit. You find the people, they say, yeah, diamond here, gold here. But at the end of the day, the gold is being extracted, the diamond is being extracted, but the place is one of the most impoverished areas in terms of the livelihood of the people. So these analysis help us to understand them. Look at what happened to King George. Imagine the folks are grinding gold from rocks. How many of our rocks deposits in the country that are gold? We don't know. But doing his survey, we get to understand that yes, these things, they are here, it's important, and let's now do business. Let our people, let us improve, let us develop. We can't be like this. We come to celebrate another year added onto us. We still the same. We rich country, poor people. We can't just afford. Look at the veteran, the armed forces of Liberia veteran from AFL soldiers are complaining. Imagine you giving somebody who are retired $30 or more, 7,000 Liberian dollars in a country that have resources. That's a curse. You look at somebody surviving on less than $1 or less than $2 a day. The man wait for a month to end pension, 7,000 Liberian dollars. What you would do with it? He can't even reach home. You buy one fish, he said me in job I said today, you buy one fish, the money finish. But he got a hospital bill. He's aging. Or he has already aged. He got his children, he got grandchildren. He got some repairs to do on his structure. A lot of issues. The children depend on him. The grandchildren depend on him. He just goes there, stuck up in one chair, and the next thing is he becomes useless to the generation because they're coming up, but they can't look up to him. Through the lineage they came into this world. That's a curse. With all of the resources in our country, there are folks now who sacrifice their life. Some of them sacrifice their entire youthful age in this country. Now they are aging. They have been pensioned. They are retired. What are they getting? They say they're rich. What are they getting? Nothing. So it becomes so much of service to people that they sacrifice. So that's why we usually say to you, the country has just reached to a stage of breeding thieves. Because you steal, you can't get it. You can't build your family. You can't build your life. If you want to live on your income, just know that you'll be one of those such persons. We need to rethink. And I hope that our leaders now are driving through with the president's vision as a head of state. Whether they can grab it, understand, because mind you, it's no secret. He may be here today, tomorrow he's no more. But what they're going to grab what he's bringing out that can help the generation of this nation to move upon, or else we just get robbed tomorrow in the future. Let me say good morning to all of you. It's important here today, and that these things are up, and Liberians need to think, especially our young people, the intellectuals, and those who are sitting at the debate areas. Let them think more and analyze where they are thinking consciously and cautiously, so that they get to know exactly what's happening in this country. It's yeah, sure, but we'll go to the lines. We got another part. We'll have our folks from the Liberian Legislative Regulatory Commission here, and we'll have a nice conversation running up until 10 o'clock this morning. But in the meantime, like we're talking about these things, oh yeah, the president, so this is it. The president has clarified that he did not strike a deal. China conducted a survey, he said, in 2 counties and not the entire country. But Liberians, what are we preparing ourselves for? You know, we cannot continue to be his signing some of the agreement, some of the minimal agreement. Liberia need to start to reserve in some of the agreements, like I said earlier, 10-20%, let Liberian buy shares. So they can have a say in some of the decisions that are taken. Let Liberian buy shares. Yeah. You tell people, oh, why is you coming? But 20% will be left. If we don't find Liberian that can buy it, then we can open it up. But let 5-10-15% based on the size of the investment, let Liberians have the chance to also buy share in this company. But let's go to the line now, 0775-919-919, 080-919-919 are the numbers you can certainly call us on to be part of the conversation. And please stick to what we are discussing. Nobody call here and talk about protest. We're not discussing protest. Let's talk to this corona. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Go ahead, Chief.
Yeah, thank you for the topic this morning. You know, I don't line and listen to.
Okay, thank you. Let's talk to our callers. Good morning.
Good morning to the two ambassador institute.
Good morning. You're welcome.
Before the Luton Minister EGO, I joined for district 6, also the country. But the process we discussed our survey, for example, like big in job. If you get a surveys and you know the amount of resources that you get, when investor come, you say, look, what we're signing for big example, see the amount of quality of the resources here. This is what you say, this is what you different for. What are explaining the past 7 years? May invest who they get the resources your somewhere, your carry. What the more that they are taking care of them, they give more than money that we enjoy. They enjoy more than all. They follow the benefit more than we like people they compare. So when the survey go on, we will take an investor such an amount, we'll give you this the money you spend all. After everything, if I follow the benefit, we will sort of here and not for the local in. But we do not have to say we are saved to them. We are only resources. We are saved to them. And we are not enjoying it. So, Mr. President, thank you for saying that. We pray that people will come in and join the survey. Thank you.
Thank you for being part of the conversation. So yeah, we have to give some time, some chance, and look at from other perspective, and not just look at it from the political side. We need to look at it holistically as a country. What do we stand to benefit? Your life.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, this is Thomas Comboy. I'm calling from Mauritius Farm.
Go ahead, sir. Even working in other countries, the countries are benefiting from their brains, their expertise. We can still bring them back home as well. We're not sure of that.
Okay. So if this is the answer we have, then yes, okay, it is okay. But then we look at integrity. We did not compromise for the people again to export all the.
That's why we'll give them that's why we will give them the chance, because it was just think that we don't have people who are earnest in this country. We'll keep depending on other people and we'll be exploiting us while we stay condemning our own people. That's why we say we need to see the resources of our country that is for us and not for any other person. Let the direct thing be done. That people can benefit from the resources of the country.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, I'm the Jones GbemaTv calling from the Germany Freeway. And good morning to the listening audience. Let me hear through my line on as it relates to President Boyka. Let me just say to you, President Boyka 2-minute speech at the White House was a squander and a lost opportunity. He just told the world that indeed we lack the expertise. Almost everybody will tell the people what we have there. See the audience African Republic, see Mauritania, all of them people took the stage and told President Trump in the world that this is what we have. We have the kind of goal we have with this. But President Boyka said, come and do something. You know the course of doing something in those people send their people in the
Jules, let me ask you a question, because I think you get some serious misstep in the interpretation. No president sat over there and gave the worth or the mineral they got in the country. They got gold. But you don't know the worth. The president come and do a survey so we can know the worth of our mineral. How many mineral?
They say to the people, we have gold, we have diamond, we have copper, we have this, and it names so far. What President Boyka didn't do.
So he needed to do it, right? I'm sorry. Your analysis is
but even if you listen to the United States president, he said
to the extent
he mentioned Liberia, Mauritania, Senegal. He said in his word, he said all very vibrant places with very valuable lands, great minerals, good oil deposit, and wonderful people. The men know how we got it.
You know, I don't like people swing for the topic under discussion. When you come as an intellectual, you see to the thing and let's go. All the analysis we made, you only go to attack the president.
They say, man, there's an opportunity.
Now, if you follow that good, go back and watch the video. After the president of Mauritania spoke, for the length of time, you know that Trump had to import that they needed to manage the time. They needed to manage the time. So President Barack, let me say, if Donald Trump in a 2 minutes, and call all of the minerals that Liberia got. Some of the minerals that just been discovered, we don't even know. That's why I say come and conduct survey. But before I started talking here, they came on the assessment, they conducted the survey, they saw that they could mine and energy go be mounting. All of these things. They will have to come and assess.
But what kind of work
it is possible. So let's get to understand. We can put politics in everything.
Even you tell the person you get this quantity, they will come to assess and solve it before they come to business with you. Because they must be sure.
We should be more concerned that it is time that the resources of the country benefit the people and not being seen as a curse, but rather
it's do blanket business
as a blessing.
We get go in the quantity, we get the that's
something. Look at some of the ideas you bring in. You open up you leave a particular percentage or portion in the agreement that Liberians can own share. Even if 1% share, somebody capable of going to buy it. 2%, somebody go and buy it. The 20 or 30% share that we left for Liberians to buy, everybody goes start having a
And Ambassador, this initiative, even the president talk about, some of the things may not even happen to a regime.
No.
It will be a next government. Why did the citizens come back and these initiatives are there? You still don't do it?
No, I think when we having the kind of disco, let be honest to the disco. Yeah.
Good
morning.
It's quite an opportunity.
You're welcome.
Good morning, Ambassador Nag. Call you from Prince. You are saying this to our town and not.
Yeah.
You don't give them credence. You don't give them farm people. You know, our problem in Liberia is comprehension. What you want for we politics, everything is just politics. And where is it carrying our country? Now you got this government, you recognize, things are going smoothly, you see changes, and you know, the atmosphere alone will tell you, well, it's like we're here, we know there are some wrong, and these ills we point it out, and you know, and let the government see and see how it can be corrected. This is government. Government go nothing, we realize it. When you see people are going, or is it English or you want to put or his issue on the table, the issue of the country on the table. And you didn't want to present the case of the country. It was just simple. And you are there with missteps in your contribution you're making. Oh man, it's regretful. Thank you for it.
And you see, this is the problem we are having in Liberia, and we need to be honest to ourselves. If President Barker would never have extended that invitation, and those 4 African heads of state that were all from in West Africa together and in other parts, and where these people are gone from West Africa and other parts of Africa, those heads of state, Africa odious republic.
Yeah.
Today, people who have stayed sat and be talking, we told you yesterday, in good rapport with America. You see, they call people from Guinea-Bissau, they call people from Mauritania, the small country there. What Liberia knew before, we're founding member of the United Nations. America recognized us before the country there. We were founded long years before the people. Look at the people, they invited the people. They invited a president, you're looking for all the small. I don't know what will happen. What do you know? The way we tear and bring people down in this country, it's too terrible. This is Liberia. Let's look at the picture. This president or this government, they honor minutes. Nobody appealing to them to do the needful, to do the right thing. That's why he talked about survey. When the people come and conduct survey, a comprehensive report will be delivered, and we will all sit and review it. We will have to do a thorough research on anybody who come to invest in this country, because we have seen when few people put things together in the West, we come with some funny color on them when they get here. We get people, they're so rich, everything. We need to understand. This is the resources. It must work for the people. It shouldn't be a curse. Look at some of the agreement now. People will be cleaning after so we employ so number of people. You go to review these agreements that will sound with people not existing. Our people still sleeping in. And then look at the basic. You came up with enough that tomorrow you can buy 1% share. But if you just say, oh, that's fun. Well, now when the president came back, people went on the social media the president, he come out with hands swinging. In diplomacy, one part of the world, the president did not go to visit individuals. He went to a serious gathering with officials from the United States, and along with the president of the United States. They live on for the years. A time that things say trade and not aid and also security. Then we say we start taking the bull by the horn and we look at our resources, because we've been depending on the support that comes from our international partner, whether indirect or direct budget support. So we don't care how people extract and export our resources. We should be now looking on the table and say, look, I think it's time that our people be more accountable to us. We keep their feet to the fire. Other than me, condemning a president.
But what the people wanted, the president already said a cab is a gentleman, we got a lot to do. Love manage time. The president had naming, we got gold in Nima, we got diamond in Nima, we got iron in Nima, we got daisy in Bapolo, we got this. Then the time is they call it off.
Take for instance, let me be honest, take for instance, when the former president went there, what sort of discussion he had with Joe Biden? Let's go to the record. What did he say about Liberia? What did he say?
The record should be there.
The record should be there. So probably if the former president was the one who probably initiated the process when he spoke to Joe Biden at the time, former president Joe Biden at the time, and maybe the government can install some of these things, some of the initiation, and President Baga has taken advantage of it. Send the process started like this. It better we go to initiate it, or we follow it to complete it. Like we saw with the non-permanent seat. He did not deviate on it.
Yeah.
He made it. The process started under the former president. And the government saw it prudent to continue because it was in the interest of the country. And what? We got it. The same government, the era of Samuel Doe, said the former president said he was a father to him. They had a discussion over the period of time. So the president he made it. And this is something that we need to start observing. Some of the initiations that were taken by the CDC government were in the very positive direction. And we see that the government too implementing some of them and completing it. Yeah. We should also commend them for initiating such a positive process that today some of them come into fruition. But we can't just keep condemning because if the president had left that one tomorrow, yes, somebody say these resources are allocated.
President Trump, you talked about the U.S. coming over to do a survey on the natural resources. Taking you back to your State of the Nation address.
Lawmakers are there. The people are mining, some of them that are right in the district. How many times to do the oversight to know exactly what these people are living in the agreement? Senators. But most of the time they are more interested in being on the salary list of those other people. Our people say drinking from creeks. Our people say drinking from creeks. Wells. The water get polluted by some of the chemicals, some of these things that people are using. The homes are getting damaged. People doing rock crushing almost in the height of the city or in the height of the time. People build a little small structure to dwell in. At the end of the day, all of these things start having cracks. It starts to look. If we just decide to just be positive.
No wonder you need that you be bluffing into the country you think you have. Because you just in that particular country. One way it go out. This time when it's cracking because you are watching me. I'm not calling no party in here. You put that tell you on level the cracking will dig or where here to drill or where. Right in of a diamond creek. I tell you, as the man drilling the well is throwing by the man can't be the deck, the mud on the way. They still went for 1 mile in the creek. The diamond creek right here so clear. The man carried all the time.
Maybe that is cheapest way in my girl.
The government said I pick it where you got confused, you got things. What's up? Then the morning say, black deck, you got this up books, black deck that you don't carry. You know what people carry down there? If it's very fast, you will call somebody quicker. But we don't know. We think the president says that's the best. If the Americans were fast, how will he do?
Yeah. You lie.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I said the last answer for property center, and I joined for district now, also Ronald County. Brooks, good morning to you and Wiki. Sorry.
Man, my knees. You gave me the two person, you separated my knee. You gave it one to somebody and you need the bottom on me.
Sorry, my man.
Yeah, go ahead, boy.
I'm so excited on the topic of the discussion, especially when you're elucidating concerning President going to the United States. Many people were against it, some people say no, it was proposable, yeah. But listen, you know, Liberia, we are not truthful to ourselves. Power, to come to power can make us say things, and we know what we will be saying at that time is wrong, but we want to take the position. Yesterday, the current president told the Liberian people that the past president, which is the former president George Madam, we are, this was go abroad or all the country and not bring anything back. Even the supporters of the Unity Party are out there for or screenshot or more and me, Kula Kufana, Omakabenga, Mafugana. They know that. But yesterday, President Walker down the country, he continued the year in people, and I was told all people that said that they paid $3 million to just go and see or American Party. I was told them and said that. He went there.
Okay, say you're joining people, yeah, go bring the facts, then you can continue with it. So, shortly we'll have our studio discussions, like we said earlier on. Good morning. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead. When I say I'm alright, you're not doing anything.
I kept following your discussion this morning about the sleeper and I was to be very frank, it is not about GMB, it's not about George Chuyad, it's about women that learn themselves.
Sure.
One of the good things I love the president did not call the exact amount of resources in the past. You say, oh, we have remember resources that work this value. For the fact that the president is the big house to come and do an assessment. To come and do an assessment with all those agencies that have to the mirror. What you know what I mean? And the bishop also said, president, when he didn't bring it, remember this at the last soup, that was over the every money that they tell about. The young people because we give money out. The money that I put to go out, I've been a person, I've been an agreement for the past years. But they have to follow up. Our president went to Florida, whatever he said, La Florida of Miami. That was beautiful.
Okay, let's just leave all of that and just stick up to what we're discussing. Good morning.
Good morning.
Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for the topic this morning. First of all, I'll call for my credit, go ahead, fire, and that's for money.
Nice. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah. You know, we the Liberian, we like discrimination period. Yeah. Sometimes people call and start criticizing the government, doing some other things and things, and that is realistic for ourselves. Sometimes we can report the country first, before for anything else. You can go, you get that living with still the program for you, get the program way America and anything, and I can't not make out with anything. So all the other than when they have money, along with them, to them, boom there.
My brother, that the concept that the thinking of the people, the society is gullible. People believe once you go to America, say with the president of America, meaning Donald Trump has total control over the economy of America, even the reserve in giving loan or helping third world country or whatever country. He will just sit and take unilateral decision. People need to understand these things. There are some discussion going to take years to come to fruition because there are other things in the agreement, in the discussion, you must also have to meet. You must also have to meet. You can't just be like that. But let's talk. This call on the line. Good morning. Oh, okay. Oh,
yeah. So, all I will say, but for me, I know you're the party, I know the decision about for me.
You're a great man. You
get. I always put the country first because I know that I don't want to do it. But tomorrow, our children are coming up. We get our grandchildren that are going to school. We have children that are going to colleges. So, when the country be better at this, before they will be able to work and help us. But sometimes, the grand poor,
okay, then the other things. Let's talk to this caller on the line. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Jonah. This is for the campaign, sir.
Why, you been on sabbatical? You lost for some time now.
Yeah, the country.
Yeah, okay. Think on that, brother.
Thank you, Black State. Yeah, what I really want to say is to thank our president. I don't care what he do, my brother. They will stay talk. Because some people just stay back. So just say negative thing because they feel our saying negative thing, they're proud, including their body. But they don't know about watching them. But I really wanted to see my president, but again, But I can't continue to give any country money over there. When it comes to case of people money, and they didn't get our president money, they won't be talking here and going to be small. Because we always think for the negative and not the positive. And then think what the president doing now is not for today and not for us. Because we are aging. But for our children, tomorrow another president come there, that when that money start coming out, that president will be proud. And you will not want to believe that somebody started it. So that we need to change our behavior. Thank you.
All right, let's talk to this caller. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, brother. How you doing?
Well, we can complain. Good morning, us. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank God. I'm Joseph Fremont. I'm joining you from Brookfield. Thank you. You know, the perception of Liberians sometimes it is very, very bad and it is unfortunate. The president, therefore, you should be happy, first of all. The president of America extend invitation to you. Only 5 countries. You are fortunate to be part of the 5 countries. You don't be telephone to call. You don't have any country wanted to be part of that particular summit. A lot of countries wanted to be part of that summit. But at the end of the day, you were fortunate to be there. They were unfortunate. Then as soon as you go, you see President Donald Trump or the American people will just give you billions of dollars. No. Sometimes some of the agreements, some of the meeting, the ECOWAS summit, the European and all of this, sometimes it takes years before it comes to fruition. It will not just be, automatically. It's an event. It's not it's a process. It's not an event. You can process it. Even if you come to money to give it to Liberia, you don't throw it, just check it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to the million, and just give it to the public and put it in the soup and carry it. No. It will be a process. It will not just be an event. The money will come to you in agreement and say, hey, yeah, the money I brought, amen. We are in a civilized world and let's behave like a civilized people on a serious note. But it must be for people to say, what they brought, the other thing get 5 billion, 500 million, 500 days. What is so 500 million going to Guinea-Bissau? You joking? No, 0% on 0% equal to you on a serious note. So that will question their nationality. Thank you.
Let's talk to other callers. You're live.
Good morning, Wiki. Let me say good morning to now.
Good morning, Abby.
Thank you very much for the recognition, and I join you from Weaver community. I think people should understand the agenda of President Parker going there, and how many minutes per elector. You can be elected 5 to 3 minutes, then you want to explain what all your country have. It's not possible. The opportunity be given, maximum you, and that's the reason why. You saw the country, when you speak the interpret, and that's the reason why someone will not even want to. I couldn't expect that dinner. Look at what's in that for a dinner code. A dinner code is our
No, he said golf. Because he was impressed, according to him, how President Trump can play golf to that level, so he hoped that they can, But sometimes it's just jokingly being said, but that was just part of the decoration part of the entire meeting,
Of course. Money working for Mr. Trump event instead of, it's a big tourist center where if you decide to go and play for even 30 minutes or tennis or golf, you know the money you just set up, but it's a serious thing.